I was driving on the highway this weekend and I became aware of something that I really take for granted. But then the analogy was even more profound for me. And I was driving 75, 80 miles an hour and saw something in the corner of my eye on the side of the road. And I took my eyes off quickly the road to see what it was. And I did it maybe 2 or 3 times. And it was interesting how the third time, not only did my head turn, but the direction in which the car began to turn was in the same way that I was looking. And as I corrected my action, I began to think about how often do I take my eye off of my goal? And for whatever the reason, whatever the justification, I deny myself for that opportunity to move forward and to be focused. Just as taking those quick glances off and looking at the side of the road, my direction got swayed for a split second, but it still got swayed. And how often do we do that? We set a goal, we set a desire, and as we're going along the way, our course gets deviated and we lose sight of our goal. And some corrective action has to be taken to bring us back to the mark, because we're the only one that both enables and disables our ability to get to our goal. So the need for focus, the need for discipline, the need for accepting the fact that, yes, you will deviate, but that's okay. But just don't let the deviation be a permanent one. Just don't let one day's or one moment's deviation cause you to throw in the towel. Remain focused. You will get there. I like to always, as any of you know, correlate the global positioning system with our lives. And once you have plugged in your goal, your desired ending point, irrespective of how much you deviate, that GPS is going to get you there unless you turn it off or unless you change your end goal. Well, our lives are the same way. We have to keep the course. We have to do all of the things that are necessary to get us to that goal. And realize that just as in walking or just as in driving, it's done 1 inch at a time. So as you are moving towards your goal, don't look at it as a whole. Look at it as step by step by step by step. And so if your determination is to save, let's say, $500 between now and the end of the year. Break down in small increments. How much can you save as a minimum each and every week to get you to that goal? There may be times when you can put in a larger amount. That's great. But at least remain at the minimum so that you're building on your success. And for the times when you can't make those big deposits, you don't have to throw in the towel and say it's futile. You will have had the success of looking at least I have contributed the bare minimum, but I've contributed. And applaud yourself for so doing. Because as long as if you're trying to get from one point to the other, as long as you keep driving, you will get there. Let me know how you're doing.